Hello everyone, and let's get started with a new day and a new goal in mind. Right now we are looking for expanding our wood production as we need to have dynamites to do some kind of landscaping, and for that we need paper. So the paper mill is one thing, then we need to make the explosives factory and the dynamite separately. Although they will cost about 1,000 for explosive factory and the dynamite and 250 for the paper mill, but we currently have time because we do have about only 99 science points and we will need about 1.25k. Also we have a better storage, but in the meantime let's focus on some kind of well-being things. I think it's looking good, quite good, but we also need to add some kind of well-being things, like we can add carousels, maybe a temple shrine. We already have added the healer. There are several options that we can do. But another thing that you might have noticed, that if we see some viewers have a logo of bread on top of their head, so maybe we can make bakery. As of this point we already have wheat, we have turned into flour. Now our storage is maybe half filled, so we only need about 160 points for bakery and it won't take much long to get. We already have about 115. We can also delete these dam parts as that bigger dam completes up, and maybe make a road by this part. So we at this point do not need more steel. We can pause it because if we will need, we can just start it all over again. And you can see several of beavers at this point. Maybe you can see 4 on the screen. There are many more who have that bread icon, so maybe we need to make bread. I don't think we need to, but we can. It will help our score. It is currently 6 and there are several aspects including the well-being parts that will increase this. Another thing that I was thinking, that we can move the entire storage areas to a higher ground. Then we will be making a straight path through this peninsula area. Then we need to make sure that we use all of the green areas that we have, and if we don't move it to a higher spot, then it will be hampering our food production. Although we are doing quite great at this point, but thinking of future, we will eventually need to make it at a higher point. We really need to make some other things because there are so many people who are just sitting around outside. They don't have really to do anything in the free time. We will eventually need to make is the tapo shack, because we have the maple trees and they will provide maple syrup, and pine trees will provide pine sap that will be used to make better wood that is used for inventory. We need about 10 pine sap for making an observatory. So that is a plan for later on, because it needs 500 science points and it is not quite an urgent thing and it doesn't provide any extra benefits to us. So we will be not doing it for now, maybe later on. So as we can see that 2 of these farmhouses are not able to harvest all the food products that we have. A lot of carrots over here are not harvested. Wheat over there is not harvested, and we will be expanding our potato production, so we can add another farmhouse. I was wishing that we should avoid any green spots that we have, but it should be near enough so that we can go for other places also. And we should also see that if we expand, how far away these can reach. That is also a considerable point to notice. So maybe we can make somewhere in this side, in the left side, behind the storages for wheat, or maybe near this pond, because in this area we will also get the other part that was previously covered with berries. It will mess with our roads, so I don't want to do it over there, but we can have 2 side by side over this one, or maybe you can just do it this way. That is quite better and it will have a wider area of reach. Let's check on the dam, the mega dam that we are building. So the double floodgates are not yet built on. They are stuck at levees as of this point. Some of them are 99-98%, then they will be done in a few minutes. And we are producing. Our production has been not quite great as of this point. Production takes quite a time, and the productivity is very low, about 13. I think it's because we don't have enough builders and haulers. Those are quite important things, as the supply chain of the raw materials is really what describes how the productivity will be. So our new log storage has been completed. We can just empty it out and change it to accept more planks, as plank storage is quite full and I don't want to make a bigger storage just for storing planks. So we can just change all of these log storage into plank storage. And this bigger log storage, the underground pile, will have a lot of space. I think it had about 12,000 somewhere. Another thing that I noticed that the beavers just roam around other than food for water also. So what we can do, that we can add more water storages. We already have filled up both larger medium tanks to the brim, but we have water storages over here, and these can be filled by others. I think they were filling after that one, the medium one was completed, but that is not a great. We should change all of these to obtain from other warehouses. So we are nearing about 227 science points. I think we will be able to make the bakery. As it only takes about 160 science points and we have more than enough. We can just add it here and maybe add that grill station next to it. I want to make it at higher points, but let it be. I think we can sacrifice some amount of land. We can't really optimize as much as we want. We can see a lot of beavers were looking for water as soon as they wake up. It is quite good that the medical beds have medicine in them, while they are not very popular. That is a thing that we want to have, that the beavers are not very popular toward the medical, because that will affect our productivity, and that is something that we don't want. So in the dawn of the new day, we have completed our bakery. Bakery is just sitting. What it doesn't have any amount of logs. Yeah, they need fuel to make any kind of bakery items. And our chestnut, so our griller is just sitting along because there is no chestnut, but there are chestnuts in the middle of the field. Why are they not gathering it? I'm not quite sure why I can't just up the priorities for gathering some certain items. So I think we can delete this one and just make it next to the bakery we already have. We also need to make storage for grilled potatoes and other bakery items. Oh, we have reached the goal of 10 happiness score, or what it is called, well-being score. So we need to make more storage. Maybe we can make it just next to it for holding breads. Once we have that maple syrup, we can make maple pastries and certain other food items, but we are not focusing on that as of now. Our score has risen to 11. Let's check out what it is going on over here. We have almost full scores on hunger, thirst, sleep and shelter, so everyone is getting that. We don't have wet fur because we don't have any showers. All the beavers that are going through the rivers are getting wet fur, others are not. We have full score on carrots. We don't have any sunflower seeds as of now. Potatoes, bread, we already get so high on bread. I don't think we made enough bread. Oh, we made about 200 breads, so that's good. We have chestnuts. Cottontail feather dog is something that we have not yet made, although we have unlocked the aquatic farm, but we didn't really make the use of that. Maple pastry as of now we don't have. There is campfire and all the other scores are nil. Okay, we will work toward it. There are lots of things. Maybe we can make temple shrines. That will be a easier part because they don't need any fancy items. They only need wood and planks that we already have. But before we start construction of anything, we will need to make more builders. And as of now, only the 4 people who are working in the district center are the builders. There are no more builders, so we need to make a what it is called builder shack or builder hut that is in that will employ several beavers who will work as builders, similar to what we already have as hauler. So I think that is it for this episode, and we will be looking forward to complete the dam before the next drought comes along. We can see two of the actually double floodgates are completed, and they will complete the rest eventually. I think we might be able to complete it by the next flood, but it has been about 10 days, so I'm not sure how long we have before the next drought comes along. So this is it for this episode, and by the next episode we will before making anything else, we will focus on getting more builders, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.